Yo, what's up guys? Ricky here. And in this video, I want to talk about a business principle that I have been internalizing a lot. And it's something I learned from Alex Hormozi, and he explained it really, really well. So definitely go check out his channel. But this principle has been something that I've basically built my business on so far, and I continue to come back to it and continue to refine the way I am thinking about it. And so, anyways, this principle is the most important principle if you plan on starting a business. If you start any sort of venture for yourself, if you were thinking about leaving your job, I wish I knew this before I jumped. But, here we are and everything's fine. So, for those of you who are looking to quit your job and start something for yourself, this is really, really going to help you. So, value, right? Everybody says it. If you become valuable, then you'll make money, right? Because money flows towards value. And if you can add value to a marketplace, then you'll get paid. People will pay you to solve their problems, to make their life more convenient or better, right? And I love the way that Alex broke it down, because value can be described by a simple equation, right? So value equals a desired outcome, right, that you are going to provide, right? So your promise, your solution, multiplied times the probability of that outcome being achieved, the perceived probability of that outcome being achieved, right? So this has to do with your reputation and case studies and testimonials of previous customers that you've been able to achieve these results for. And the more you can increase these two, the more valuable you'll be, right? So if you can solve a really, really big problem like cure cancer, then you're going to be extremely valuable to the marketplace. People will pay millions, billions for that solution. And if you have a reputation that you've been a trustworthy doctor where you've saved thousands of lives, and you have a phenomenal resume, a PhD and an MD, and you're like backed up by peer-reviewed research, the probability of your solution actually working is perceived to be way higher than a doctor that just came out of school, right? So your reputation and the solution you're solving are so big and astronomical that people are literally willing to pay almost anything for that, right? So those are two ways to increase your value and to think about how you are going to put yourself in a marketplace, right? And so then we have those two variables, right? So solution, your big promise, multiplied times the perceived probability of that promise actually happening, divided by effort and sacrifice, multiplied times time delay, right? So these are in the denominator. And the more that you can reduce these, the more valuable you'll be, right? And so effort and sacrifice, right? So if you're a personal trainer and you tell your prospect that they're only gonna have to work out once a week to get the results that you're promising, then that's gonna increase your value because there's less effort and sacrifice involved in that solution. And if you also tell them that it's only gonna take 3 days to make that happen, they're going to get a six-pack in 3 days, then you're going to be really valuable because, holy shit, nobody else is offering me a six-pack in 3 days, right? And so you can combine and manipulate each of these individual variables to craft a really, really compelling offer for your clients, right? And that's why you have to know your clients and understand who your target market is. But defining value is down to an equation like this makes so much sense. And we start to think about the companies that use this equation so well. And so let's think about Amazon right now, right? Which variables is Amazon focusing on? Because their promise isn't huge, right? Retail always existed. People always got packages shipped to them, right? It's not a grandiose promise, but they do it with the least time delay, and they do it with the least effort and sacrifice. You literally log into the app, you literally click a button, all your information is already stored on there. You literally just click buy now, and it's there. There's no effort. There's no time delay. The time delay is 2 days, with Prime, or a day now with next day shipping. It's crazy, right? And so they've changed the world in this, and competition is really struggling to catch up because of the infrastructure that Amazon has built, right? They're years ahead of all the competition. And so what about Netflix, right? What about these streaming platforms, right? So you think about Blockbuster, right? For you to go get a movie, you had to go inside the store, pick out your movie, right? And then you had to go home, right? Insert it. Like, there was a lot of steps involved in you watching a movie on Friday night, right? Now, with Netflix and streaming, there's literally no time delay. It's instant. And it's funny that before, people people thought that Blockbuster would never go out of business because people love the experience of going into the store and picking out the movie, where this equation clearly shows that if you can reduce the amount of time and effort and sacrifice that it's going to take to get what you want, then no experience that counters that is going to supersede it, because there's no value in increasing the time and effort and sacrifice to getting something that you want. There's no value in there. It's the opposite of value, as the equation states. So this principle really opened my eyes, and it really made me think, like, how can I make a promise, and how can I offer it to somebody that either they're not going to have to do anything, right? The effort and sacrifice is basically they just hand it over to me, and I provide a service to them in which it's all done for you. I do all the service for you, and I can guarantee these results, right? So I start thinking of an offer in that way, of a service I can provide so that I become valuable in the marketplace, and that's how a business is built. And so if you're thinking about starting a business, starting something, I think this is a good place to start to really get your mind going as far as how you're going to add value to the marketplace. Because I always heard, how do I add value? How do I add value to the marketplace? Well, I think this equation would really help you, and I highly recommend you go check out Alex Hormozi's course on and read his book, $100 Million Offers, to really get a full insight on what it really takes to build an amazing offer and build a business off of it. Because you only need one good offer and a market that's willing to accept it. That's all you need. So I hope this helped for you guys looking to quit your job and start your own business, and give you some clarity on what direction you can move forward on. So best of luck, my friend, and let's keep it going.